There were many words that you could not stand to hear, and finally, only the names of places had dignity. Abstract words such as glory, honor, and courage were obscene. The year is 1914. It has been just 4 months since the beginning of the treacherous World War I. On October 19th, in the Belgian city of Ypres, Britain and German forces begin the first of what would be 3 battles to control this coastal city. First, we have Germany. After the German advance through Belgium was reduced by an Allied victory, a race to the sea began in September of 1914 as each army built trenches while moving northwards in an attempt to outflank the other side. This race was put to an end in mid-October at Ypres due to the fortifications guarding the ports of the English Channel. German forces bombarded the city of Antwerp, and British soldiers were forced to deal with the brutal attack. Because of this, Belgian and British forces, commanded by Captain John French, withdrew to Ypres to reinforce their position there. Meanwhile, Germany was planning on launching their own counter-offensive attack that was aimed at destroying the Allied lines and capturing Ypres for themselves. On October 19th, a fierce battle broke out between the British and the German sides. Germany opened their Flanders offensive and began an invasion. Both sides suffered major losses of land, life, and machinery. Fighting continued until a harsh winter made the war too difficult to continue. Germany decided that fighting would require too many resources and it would not be worth it. Germany signed an agreement with Britain to no longer attempt any attacks, and the battle officially came to a pause on November 22nd, 1914, with no clear winner.
Were you drafted or enlisted?
I enlisted in the army, the German army, because I wanted to fight for my country.
I enlisted because I felt a strong need to help my country.
Were you able to keep in touch with your family during the battle?
I was able to keep in touch with my family. It was very difficult, however, because we had to write letters back and forth, so I would go months without hearing from my family.
Unfortunately, I was not able to send letters because the communication in my unit was not very good.
Do you happen to have any photos from the war?
I do. I have my induction to the Army photo.
Unfortunately, I don't because all the pictures in my house burned in a house fire.
What were your thoughts while fighting? Did you expect the outcome?
When we were fighting, I thought that the Germans had it for sure. Unfortunately, the weather, though, didn't allow us to continue fighting anymore. It just got too cold for us.
I thought that Britain was going to win in a week, but it lasted a month.
The end of the battle marked the end of a month-long path of destruction. The coastline of Ypres was leveled, as was the city. The area of the battle became known as the Ypres Salient, which was the scene of some of the biggest battles in World War I. Also, the introduction of poison gas, developed by the British towards the end of the battle, led to the creation of chemical weapons and gas masks that later became very important in the war. The Battle of Ypres, while it did not last very long, was a highly influential conflict that impacted the rest of World War I.